All right, someone requested how you gonna take out all this emissions stuff, the evac and all that. So you're gonna start up there, and you're gonna take all this apart. You're gonna remove the air box. You're just gonna have to unwrench and unbolt and see how it comes off. And actually, you're gonna have to take all this off right here and unbolts, and then take it out. And that's if you want to replace the carburetor. The carburetor is actually really good quality, the one that came with this bike. But if you really want to get into that and take all that out, I recommend you save all the parts, all the hoses. Right here, this is a V-twin lawnmower fuel pump. And how that works is, off the head, they call it pulse pressure. It comes down, wraps around, let's see, underneath this metal thing on the other side. And you want to keep that hose, and you're going to find some of these smaller hoses and clamps, and you want to keep those. And you're going to hook it up to this fuel pump, and this fuel pump will go to your carburetor. If you go into anything bigger, gravity fed is just not going to work for you. So if people have put different carbs on here and have problems, you're really going to need a fuel pump. So what I did is I have a fuel filter here and another one here, which kind of reduces because this pumps a lot of fuel. And if you ever see guys in the old days, old bikes, they're revving their engine at a stoplight, it's not because they're trying to be cool, it's because their carburetor is loading. And what that means, it has too much fuel, so you have to kind of rev it and burn some of that fuel, or you're going to bog out. Right here, I kept this part right here. You'll recognize it in this strap. It came from the charcoal canister. What this is just a little filter. It's got a filter in here, and I used this strap from the canister to connect it. And what it is, this is a crank release. I don't know if you can see it, but you'll hook this hose up here, come through here, and then if any oil or anything, I have it coming down here, which nothing really goes through because it's the filter. Also up here on the tank, all that was connected. So you're really going to want to take a video of yourself taking this stuff apart, so you know what everything, where it connects and what it does. There's also, to level your fuel, it needs to bring in air. So that will just be coming off the tank. And you want to buy one of those cheap, like pit bike breathers. You usually see them on top where the gas cap is. You just want to connect it. And what I did is I routed it underneath. I can't show you exactly where it's at right now. Just put it wherever you want, zip tie it, and you're done. But make sure you do that, or you're going to get something called vapor lock. What that does is when it's not sucking in air, the pressure in the tank doesn't want to equalize, and your bike will just die. So make sure you take care of that. I truly, was such a small CC bike, unless you're going to do some high performance parts, I recommend maybe leaving it stock. Unless you go with like a bigger head, like a 137 with the head and then the cylinder. Stock is fine. It's a good bike. Like I think I talked about on the pipe, where it connects, it's got a reducer. You can drill that out and get a little bit better flow, and then you can put a better CDI box, and you'll get a little bit better RPMs, depending on which one you buy. You'll find it easy. You can find it on Amazon. It's a 4-pin CDI box, and that would be under the seat. You just take the the seat off, and it's just a little box. It's connected, just a little rubber thing around it, and it plugs in with 4 pins. You could also, like, look for other videos on that. But if you're going to run like what I did, a 26 millimeter, and it's a real 26 millimeter, it's not like a 22, you're going to need a fuel pump. And you can get these on Amazon. You can get them at your local car parts place. It's just a lawnmower fuel pump. And that's about it. Really keep all your parts, all your clamps, everything, move them to the side, and you're going to repurpose a lot of things. But make sure, right here, this is the most important thing, where it comes off the head. I wonder what that metal tube is. Some people block that off. It's kind of ridiculous, because you're going to need that pulse to run this fuel pump, unless somehow there's a workaround and you want to run an electric fuel pump. In my opinion, I think it's kind of ridiculous for such a small bike. Although things are here, you don't need to spend a lot of money. The money's going to be in, like, your carburetor, a couple other things, some bolt-on parts. But there you go. I don't really do any editing. I just kind of talk, and this is how it's always going to be. I'm doing everything from my phone. So I hope this helps. For the guy that had the question about how do you remove all this stuff, just remove it. Follow where you do it. Put a box aside. Record yourself doing it so you know what you did, so you can watch it later. And that's all I can recommend. If you have any more questions, just let me know.